Hi everybody, my name is Cooter Pickleberry. This is Florida Man Cooking, and today we are making my favorite tailgate food, which is beer brats. So as a kid, I lived up in Green Bay, and I actually worked at the Holiday Inn where the NFL referees stayed, and I was the guy that got to drive them to and from Lambeau Field, which was really pretty cool. You know, get a police escort, you'd have to go through all the tailgates. Everybody's making these things through all the tailgates to get up to where you're dropping them off, and bunch of nice guys, nice people. Everybody was trying to throw beers in the window to, not at the window, but in the window to give the referees beers to try to bribe them. I thought that was pretty funny because I'm pretty sure those guys weren't drinking beer before a game. Maybe the night before, but not during the game. Just a great experience for a kid. I was really happy to have that opportunity. It was pretty neat. So beer brats are a staple up there. It's pretty common. I mean, people eat them for dinner. This is more just a tailgate thing for us. But I want you to understand there's only a few ingredients that go into beer brat. And all these people that are making them more complicated, I saw a video, the guy had like 20 ingredients in them. It's not that hard. So the way they make them up there, and I think that they know what they're doing up there because that's kind of where they became famous. I mean, a lot of people's first time they ever heard of a beer brat was when they came to see their team play at Lambeau. And the nice people of Lambeau showed them how to do it. So it's basically you take some onions and melt them down in butter. Easy, feral hogs. Hey, feral hogs are going nuts. You take some butter, melt it down, throw a couple of sweet onions on it, give it 15-20 minutes to start to caramelize, throw the brats in, throw the beer in, let it boil, get it up to temperature. You're going to cook them fully on the in the frying pan, and then to crisp up the casing on the outside of the brat, you're going to throw it on a grill. Today we're going to use the Ninja Woodfire Grill. Normally I'd probably use a big grill because I'd make a lot more, but I'm only making 5 or 6 brats today. Yeah. Welcome aboard. Let's have some fun. Let's make some good tailgate food. Go Pack, go.
I've been thinking about myself today.
All right, so we're going to get started with a little butter.
How I really don't care if you are here or if you don't stay.
Just going to melt that in a little bit, and we'll throw some onions on it. We're going to cook the onions down a little bit. We're not going to cook them all the way down like we do when I make French onion soup. This is just beer brat onions. So here we go. These are just kind of rough chopped. They'll fall apart a little bit as they cook. We're going to make them translucent. Instant smell delicious. That smells so good. That's one of my favorite things to smell is onions cooking. So good. Using a big old cast iron skillet. Normally, I would do this on the grill. Just put the cast iron skillet on the grill and heat them up that way, and then you got an opportunity to finish the bratwurst on the grill. But today, we're going to use the Ninja Woodfire to do the actual cooking. So I'm not starting the whole grill up. We're just going to do this. We'll come check back here every now and then. This will be about 15-20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes cooking the onions down. That's it. See you in a minute. All right, you can see we cooked these down a little bit. They shrunk a little bit. They turned a little brown. Just kind of starting to caramelize. That's about as far as we need to go with that. And now, the good part. We're going to throw these delicious looking local store bratwursts in. About like that. And then, nothing but the finest. A good old can of PBR. Ice cold out of the fridge. Not a big beer guy, but I'm drinking a cheap good beer. This is the one. Do one more can to get these things submerged completely. Now the cooking on this, you know, pork needs to be cooked to 165. We're probably going to go higher than that because I'm intending to boil this. And once it boils, the internal temperature on the sausage is probably going to be closer to 200 or so. And then we'll be done. We'll throw it on the grill and just kind of crisp up the casing with that. Push these around a little bit. Try to get them under. Oh, it smells so good. I might have to go get another PBR just for my viewing pleasure. That's it. We come back here in a little bit. Now we just roll them over. We'll take a quick temperature check here using the IR thermometer. It says we're up to 160 to 190 degrees. Put the red dot right on one. 150. So we're getting there. We're going to run a temp check. We're going to stick the probe in the end of a couple of brats just to make sure they're done when we think they're done. Food safety is a big deal with pork. You really want to make sure you've got it up to 165 degrees internal. But like I said, realistically, it's going to be higher than that. We're going to cook it fully here in the pan with the beer and with the onion. And then we're just going to crisp up the casing on the grill, but that'll bring up the temperature too. So they're actually going to be closer to 200 when they're done and we're actually chowing down. Be back in a few. Right, we're still about 185 degrees, so I'm going to say we're done. Now we're going to fire up the wood fire and cook them, give them a little bit of grilling. So we'll be back with that in just a sec. So we're going to drop most of the pellets here in the box. The rest will go on the ground. It'll be pulverized because I never clean out here. Put on a medium grill. Give it a few minutes here. Turn on the wood fire. That starts the pellet box. Makes some smoke. And hit start. We'll just give it just a minute here until it gets warmed up. Then we'll throw them on. It's only going to take a couple minutes to cook up those casings and make them smell a little bit smoky. We'll take a little check here. Looking pretty good. I think it's easier to use the insulated glove than just use tongs for a round object that tends to roll around. Works pretty good that way. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, they went from being a gray like my hair to more of a beautiful golden brown like my wife. So we're gonna throw those back in the pot. Turn this thing off. And we'll stick them back on the stovetop. Boy, the wind is messing with my camera tripod. And these are ready to eat. So normally, it's just this with a spicy type of mustard. And maybe, if you have it, some fermented cabbage on top. We don't have the fermented cabbage today, so let's put one of these together for you real quick. Using potato rolls today. I like those. Take one of these out. Throw it in there. A little bit of this onion. Gotta have the onion. Some mustard. And that ought to do it. Let's have a bite. Yeah.
How's it tasting, Cooter?
That's just one of the best flavors out there, man. I love these things. It's a great tailgate food. Probably my favorite. Absolutely delicious. Thanks for joining us today. Sure appreciate you stopping by. If you could think to give us a like and a subscribe, that'd be great. My favorite tailgate food right here. This is number one. I think probably shotgun shells number two, but this is a decisive number one. It's just absolutely outstanding. Thanks again. God bless you. Come back, see us again real soon. Go Pack, go. Take care.